Alright, welcome back everybody to the MF Rec League. You're going to be jumping straight into this game. A little bit of a delay, but not too bad. We got a game tonight between the Boston Tea Party and the Guangdong Tigers, so we got a rematch. Alright, we got a quick old rematch between their preseason game. And with that, the Boston Tea Party actually took a 2-0 victory, so Guangdong Tigers trying to prove that preseason doesn't matter. Alright, it's a fluke, so we're going to see how they come back with some vengeance. For Boston Tea Party, we're going to be seeing the Smolder, the... what the fuck's it called? Skarner, and the Belveth bands. And for the side of Guangdong Tigers, we're seeing Asol, Janna, and the Nunu band away. So, pretty standard bands. All of these are comfort picks for most of these players. Let's see, throw a prediction. Zeri Nautilus picked up right off the bat, so you'll be grabbing the Zeri, gonna put Zeri on the Zeri, and they're gonna have the Nautilus for Kindling, so you're gonna take away that point click ability. I wonder if they're gonna grab up Vi here. I know it is one of the champions that Apes play, and they could try and flex the Zac to the top lane. It'll be kind of rough for Isao in the top lane because blinding top isn't the best, but if you flex that Zac there, it does allow you to ban top laners on the second ban phase, so you can take away stuff like the Darius and the Olaf that'll abuse Zac in the laning phase if they want to. I'll be seeing the Sivir picked up. Is Sivir a counter to Zeri? I think I saw it previously. It's a 50-50 apparently, according to Lawlytics, so assuming it's dead even, but you can't really look at 80 carry win rates because they do kind of get influenced by the rest of the map. Yeah, I like the Sivir just into the Nautilus. Are you seeing the Vi picked up? So they don't want to have to deal with the Zeri Vi interactions. Instead, they're gonna have 2-point click CCs for the Sivir to have to deal with. Gonna make her life hell. For the side of Guangdong Tigers, they're gonna start banning away Kassadin, targeting mid laners. So, I guess they want to target Koa's champ pool, but this Lux could be flexed mid if Jake doesn't want it. I don't really see Vi into Sivir. I mean, Vi counter Sivir because you can just smite the spell shield. It's not Lux. Oh, third pick is Lulu. Okay. Okay, so it's actually Sivir Lulu. Okay, so that makes more sense. Gonna get Jake on to his classic Lulu. Surprised that made it through ban phase. Gonna put him on something that can protect the Sivir and still has some good lane bully attributes because Lulu can be very oppressive in lane, so I like it for Jake. And like I said, buying the Sivir, it's actually not bad because you can spell shield you can smite the spell shield as you're ulting, so it's not actually a good counter. Galio, ooh, I love that Vigar. I love this Vigar pick. Vigar is just a systematic counter to all of these characters. You drop that cage down, and where do they go? They cannot play the game. I love it. I love that Vigar pick. Now, you need some beefiness. I would rather see like a beefy 80 champ. If you wanted like a tank, I would have liked to see Scion. I know it's not that good blind, but you need a bit more AD damage than the AP that Ornn will provide you, just because of how AP heavy you already are. That's why I low-key would have liked flex Zac top lane, grab a Moo jungle here if you want a tank. And okay, we have Baby's first team fight. Gonna be dodging, of course, because why don't we just remake the lobby? It'll be so much faster. Blind pick would just be so much faster. Okay. Whatever. Went on a tank, yeah, never seen before. See, we just picked and I already forgot most of the champs. Oh, it was good. It was Galio mid. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be hard. I feel like Sivir Vigar can shred some tanks. Now, you do have Baby's first team fight. That's what I like to call a Vi Galio Camille team comp. It kind of, or typically it's Jarvan instead of the Vi, but it's usually signified in pro play as Baby's first team comp because of how easy it is to play. Typically, you just go in, press your R buttons, and just try and eliminate one person. It was very popular with CLG back in I think 2022 or 21 when Broxo was still on CLG. They were struggling for a bit, and they ended up just saying, you know what, fuck this, we're gonna go for a basic team comp. All right, we're gonna go for a press R team comp, and they ended up winning like 4 games in a row somehow, playing that team comp until teams were like, wait a minute, these teams, they're literally never gonna deviate from this team comp. let's just bully them, how because we already know what they're gonna be, picking. But it can work. It's a very simple team comp. It's like one of those basic chess openings. All right, it's like E4 or not E4. I don't fucking know. I can't remember any of them. It's been a while since I played chess. Yeah. Looking at these team comps, you have tank, hyper carry, enchanter, AoE, control mage. That has hyper scaling attributes. And then on this side, you got Zeri's gonna hyper scale, Nautilus, who's just gonna go in, Galio that's going in, Vi that's going in, Camille that's gonna go in, or split push. Team comp is a crutch for bad players. Brother, nobody even redeemed to give a bad take. Yeah, okay, so looking at these team comps, who would I rather be? I'd rather be blue side. Just because of how unbelievably hard it's going to be for Zeri to 1v9 this game. If Sivir... The thing is, like, even in a late game team fight where with the Vi and the Camille diving onto the Sivir, the problem is you have to deal with Vigar and Lulu, who are going to be peeling the fuck out of them. Alright, the second that she gets ulted, if they're front to backing properly, I don't see a way that they win the fight just because, like, even if they kill the Sivir, they're going to have to use so much of their cooldowns that the Vigar is just going to be doing unbelievable amounts of damage. Yeah, that is the dark horse for this team comp, is the Camille. Just because the Camille doesn't really have an answer. Nobody on this side of the team can really answer her in a side lane. So if she's able to get to 4 or 5 items, she can just say, fuck my team, I'm just going to go here or here. And I'm just going to like just try and take as much as I can. And nobody can really stop that because Orange's going to want to group and be the engage and the disengage for their team. So it's really going to be reliant on Isao to have good like wave management in the mid game. Make sure that the waves really aren't ever in a position to allow them to sorry, my nose. Allow them to find any split push angles. Jake not on Karma or Janna? Brother, his Lulu is honestly more feared than those other two. I think the Janna is overplayed. Karma and Lulu I am more afraid of than his Janna. Just because you can systematically counter Janna. Just draft long range poke versus Lulu and Karma, which are just going to be lane bullies. I mean, I used to be an 80 carry main a long time ago. All right, gonna be jumping into this game. First things first, I see no flash top lane, so that's one of the points that is very abusable. If Zac looks for any ganks in the top lane, if they know how to time their CC, the Camille should just be dead on repeat. Yeah, like Lulu and Rakan, I'm more scared of his than Janna. Yeah, let's check out the with 5 seconds left in the vote. We got 12K on the Boston Tea Party and 20K on the Guangdong Tigers. So looking at these team comps, looks like people are more in favor of Zare's team comp. More on the hyper scaling 80 carry of the Zeri. But don't underestimate a Sivir's ability to shred a tank. She is one of the highest DPS tank shredders in the game, behind like Vayne and champs like that. When she gets some of those W's bouncing in a team fight late game, she can do some damage. Got some BM here in the top lane from Isao. Nice E start from Moon here in the mid lane just to troll Koa a bit. Wasn't anticipating it, so gonna get a nice trade. Free grass proc for both top laners. First and only time betting on Koa. True. I think he's been on some pretty bad teams, so typically didn't get bet on a lot last season. Quick trading here for Moon in the mid lane. Koa having some rough positioning. Now, if you don't know, Koa did just wake up literally 20 minutes ago. He is not warmed up at all. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he's. You can already see he's kind of struggling in the laning phase. All right, Sivir and the Lulu doing a really good job pressuring here in the early game. Going to force Zero off XP, so Kinderling actually going to be ahead. Going to hit level 2 first. And I like how they're playing this early game. Yeah. Sivir, Lulu should have a lot of pressure over Zarya. Not. Oof, rough trade for Ornn here. It's just a rough matchup all around. Not very fun. Kuzan already going to look for a potential gank down here in the bot lane, just hovering over it. I wonder if Kinderling tries anything like flashing forward. He is kind of posturing like he wants to. He's making it a little bit too obvious. But they also kind of just don't seem like they want to go for it. Alright, let's get a stack check. How much is he at? He's already at 13. It's kind of low. Just being, I mean, that's also because of the low, because I watched quite a bit of Nemesis. Ooh. Ape gonna find a nice gank here onto Kinderling. Great use of the Q to disrupt the engage and to be able to just walk away from this. I don't think there's any gank here. I don't think Kuzan's gonna go for anything. Quite a lot of posturing by the junglers when they could just be clearing their camps. Jake on Enchanter, is over for in probably. Really bad trade by Isao there. So the way you want to play the matchup as Ornn Camille is you never want to use your W unless she's engaging onto you, because it allows you to interrupt the or dodge the stun, as well as just get the free brittle pock when she finally lands. Oh my god, Koa with the -1. Just missing. He's tell he is not warmed up. So what is Ornn maxing? Okay, so at least he is going W max. I wanted to check that real quick. Emphasis on last time. Well, like I said, he did just wake up like 20 minutes ago, so he's not warmed up at all. So it's understandable that he might be trolling a little bit. So one thing I'm surprised he went Comet. I know Nemesis really likes First Strike on lanes where you can just kind of scale for free. Oof, that's the power of the Camille. In the tanks, at least. Now, Camille did just get pretty massive buffs. I completely forgot about him until a few days ago when I checked. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. That she is going to be a menace. I feel like she's going to be a very staple in pro play, hopefully at MSI, which I don't mind because I enjoy watching Camille in pro play. Good use of the W. Ultimate going to be used by Len. Joe going to be ulting backwards and a cancel an auto attack, and taking a turret shot is Len. So if Ape were to look for something here, he could, but he turned his sights onto the Void Grubs here. Not too bad trading. Does have to be careful because the next time he doesn't get engaged on. One thing I would have rather see him go tier 2 boots, Scully UCADD boots, because it's one thing Nemesis loves to do. I'm going to be saying that a lot just because he's literally the only person I know that plays Vigar. So that's the only, reference point I have. Hey, for free. Don't forget Rek'Sai. I love watching Rek'Sai top. So wholesome watching the tank just auto attack you a few times and then heal yourself for 600 HP. We love Rek'Sai top. I'll give 2 subs to time Mike out for the game. True, I will take that. Can I get one of those subs? I'm tired of watching ads. Oh, quick flash by Kinderling here. Going to come in with the ultimate by the mid lane. At the same time, Isao going to be jumped on by Len here. He's just going to be forced to flash away. So 2 flashes going to be used. That is a lot of their ultimates going to be burnt. Did my stream pause? Or is that me? Okay, that was just me. Appreciate it. Thank you, Habibi. Dragon going to be secured by the red team here. So with all that pressure going to be used by their flash and ultimates, going to be able to at least secure that dragon and it'll start the potential snowball. But with that flash use, they didn't actually get the Vi's ultimate, but they do end up seeing him. They ping it out, so they are going to respect it, play a bit further back. With how safe they're playing, I'm assuming Kuzan's going to realize that he is sitting on a ward. True. But cleanse is a bad bad summoner spell for is a crutch for bad chatters. Ooh, really rough flash by Kuzan here. Both ultimates going to be used by the Nautilus and the Lulu, but they're just going to be able to walk away. So a lot of resources used on the bot lane here. Jake going to bait Kinderling back in here, but I think he just wants to disengage. Ooh, nice ultimate by by Isao here in the top lane, but it's gonna miss. Hold up, did he miss that? Orion, I think you might want to look back or look away from what's about to happen. Dear God, and he's gonna sidestep the Zac engage. Do they even have the damage now? They still do though, so Ornn will be able to pick up the first kill. So not. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse, but thankfully it works out in the end. Ooh, gonna get him under turret. Gonna force him to take 2 turret shots here. Does have to be careful, though, because he is getting quite low. Let's do a quick stack check. Koa's at 100 a minute. That's not too bad. 100 at 10 minutes. Typically in the early game, you want to aim for about 10 a minute, and then come mid-game, it's better to aim for like 12, 13, just because of how low your W and Q. 100 a minute? True! 100 a minute. He's already at 1,000 AP. Flash going to be burnt by Moon here. R on Ornn is just a hard ability. True. Don't watch the last time we had to watch Ornn and see how many ults that were missed. Though without Flash, I want Ape to start putting some pressure on the map. Now, I know he is going to grab the Void Grubs here for his team. Going to deny the 6 Void Grubs from the Camille, which is very smart to do. If she gets 6 Void Grubs, hell, even just 4, it's a rough time. Ooh, getting really low. And this is the rough part about having your Lulu and Sivir take really weird base timing, is that a Void Grub Zeri is going to take some... ooh, great polymorph by Jake here to interrupt the E. Isao does have to be careful, but I don't think they're going to get anything, and Ape going to secure the kill, and this is what I was talking about in lane phase. The top laner does not have Flash, so he is always very abusable if they want to go for anything. Yeah, the Camille is now down 400 gold, which isn't the worst, just because Camille will outscale Ornn. But Jordan just can't do much when they have 2 point-click abilities. Still going to use the Flash and going to force out Zare's Flash as well, but rough time for the AD carry here in the bot lane. Top headset Baroque. Len didn't realize he was playing without audio for the last 3 minutes. True, just dodge the point-click abilities. Oops. Ooh, great cage. Just gonna get some free stacks. Never really gonna kill him, but gonna get some decent damage. Black acid. True, Zanya Sivir, it's time. Alright, let's look at the gold graph. So, like I was talking about earlier, got a 400 gold lead in the top lane, a 700 gold lead in the jungle. Mid, only up 100 gold, but with his stacks, he's probably closer to like 1,000 gold up. The real thing is the Zeri is up 600 gold, so gonna be a rough time if she doesn't get shut down. But Jordan just needs to get to like 3 items, and he's still just gonna be a Sivir in a team fight. Koa doing a pretty good job at farming here. Like I said, typically the first 15 minutes, there's 10-15 minutes of the game or so. As Vigar, you want to aim for about 10. stacks a minute, and then come mid game, you really want to aim for like 12, 13, closer to that, just because your W and Q cooldown go so low that you can just start stacking for free. Alright, it's gonna be second dragon picked up here for Guangdong Tigers. Oh, ultimate gonna be used by Vi here into the mid lane, as well as the Gallia ultimate. Jake gonna come over here and be able to save his mid laner though. He's gonna try and flash into the Vi to make it so she can't get away, but he kind of just sidestepped it. Ultimate going to be used by the Ornn here in the top lane. He's doing some quick trading, but nobody really going to die. While that was going on, Zach going to pick up the Rift Herald here, so probably going to try and drop it mid to allow the Vigard to get into his side lane, as well as free and open up the map. But those are two ultimates that are going to be dropped here. Oh. Looks like they are getting jumped on here. They were sitting in a bush. Jordan is just kind of just hitting Moon here. And I believe he will be dead. He's going to flash away, though, so somehow going to get away. Don't really know how. I guess just Jordan just doesn't do much damage right now. Yeah, the Sivir's kind of starting to fall behind. She needs to just start CSing more. She's down in XP and gold. I mean, he has Hollow Radiance and Merc Treads against Zac, Lulu, Vigard that were hitting him for like 5 seconds before Sivir got there, so it's not too surprising. Oh, Ape tried to do it at the same time. I'm going to be forced to smite it. It's okay, Ape. Everyone saw. But Jesus. And that is just going to start getting worse for the Ornn. Precision is the only standard that matters. She's looking for an engage. You got to W it, but it doesn't matter because she gets the magic shield. Oh, good job waiting till the shield ran out to at least get the empowered auto. He's at least learning. Ooh, good trade. Probably could pop ult. Oof, Jesus, he's gonna get dove. He has to hit E. Pop ult now. You need to, or else you're just gonna get dove. Ooh, great job by Isao to at least force out the flash. It might have bought time for him to get his ult up. Ultimate's just going to be used onto the Sivir here. Jake trying to buy some time. Flashing under the tier 2 mid is going to be Jordan trying to jump onto Kuzan here. Going to at least get one return kill, but the Zeri lives. And just, man, this is getting rough. They need to start deathballing to protect that Sivir and Lulu instead of just allowing them to get dove like that. Oh, Ape going in here. I do not think that that's what you want. He has the ultimate, though, at least. Jordan, is he going to die to the Ignite? He's just going to die to the Ignite, and unfortunately, the jungler just going a bit too far. Oh, no. Koa going to get CC'd, so he won't be allowed to get his ultimate off. Into the mid lane. Not going to be able to get the kill onto Zeri. That is a feels bad. That's a tilter. Oh, Len going to probably just use the ultimate to dodge the Ornn ultimate. Jake needed to step a bit further back, so he allowed to get the CC off, but going to be an ult for ult trade in the top lane once again. Ooh, Len just getting caught out here a bit, going a bit too deep. But, God, this man has 100 ping, and they just cannot hit a spell or a skill shot onto him. Red team somehow going to be able to grab Soul Point for free. I guess just, man, the blue side's macro is looking very questionable this game. They're putting a lot of pressure onto a Camille who just doesn't care because she's going to outscale an Ornn anyway. And in doing so, they just kind of allow their AD carry just to die on repeat, and they gave up 3 dragons for it. Man, just I don't know if I want to watch Ape Zac anymore. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. Be setting up a lot of visions. Zare is now on the 2-item spike, opting to go in for the Bork second, so you're going to be looking to burst down the HP stacking of the Zac and the Ornn. Brother, you just need to focus the wave. That's the only way, but goes for the E knockup. Going to be going back in onto Len here. Not going to be able to time the knockup or the dodge from the Camille ultimate, so they will be able to find that kill onto him. It's going to be the 4th death for the Camille here in the top lane, but at the end of the day, doesn't matter. She's only down 100 gold. Zare getting jumped in on at the same time. The Vigor just not able to find enough damage, unfortunately. Let's back that up. Let's see what happened here. So, looks like they tried to catch out Zare here. Oh, that is miserable, unfortunately. So the Galio's magic shield came in just in time, right before the Veigar ultimate landed, and he's gonna be able to get away and get the kill onto Koa here. That is rough. Just rough times all around for Boston Tea Party. Zare now opting to go into the Wit's End, so he's making it so that Zac, if he gets jumped on, dies, and the Wit's End to make it so he never dies now. Or at least becomes a lot harder. Let's do a stack check. We got 230 on Koa, so a little over 10 a minute. A little bit behind, but not too bad. He is still scaling. Soon going to grab the death cap here. Probably going to opt into... I think he just needs to go Void Staff. I know a lot of Vigars like to go the other pen item just because of the heal. But I think you just need damage. I don't think you'll do enough with Crypt Bloom. Quick fighting here in the top lane. Don't expect much, just a lot of fighting. Ape getting jumped on, going to be forced to flash over the wall to escape the Nautilus Q. And Guangdong Tigers doesn't really have to do anything for the next minute and a half. They just need to buy time. Jordan and Jake just going to use the Shurelya's to get away and pop the ultimate. I guess they're afraid of where the Camille is. Looks like they are a bit split. Ape going to be jumping in onto Zare here. He's doing some really good damage. Len getting DPS down. The Sivir is just kind of free firing. They do find the shutdown onto Zare here. Ornn's going to be coming in finally. The Sivir is still just free firing. They have to find a way to disengage or to interrupt the Vi Q. and a bit too overzealous from the Guangdong Tigers here. They need to just take a reset as fast as possible. They're pinging towards Baron. I don't like this. Guys, just reset. Just reset and set up for Dragon. You're sitting on gold. Uh-oh. They're coin flipping this. Moon going to be going in, going to find the knock up. Pull back by Baron to pull the Zac back into the pit. TP going to be used. They have the Event Horizon to CC Len, who's just going to get CC'd to death. Very questionable TP coming out of the top lane here. Kuzan is in the pit. They need to burst him down, and they do. Okay, a giant gold graph flip from Boston Tea Party here. So they will be able to at least secure the Baron, and they will turn their sights onto the Dragon here, which is, it says Infernal, it's actually the Chemtech Dragon, which is one of the best, low-key, one of the best dragons for the Boston Tea Party here. Obviously, Mountain Dragon would have been better, but the extra heal and shield power buffing up the Zac and the Lulu, as well as the tenacity to make the Nautilus and everyone else's engage is just a lot weaker, is really strong. Yeah, we can check. So we had 3 initially, and then we had 3. So there were 6 deaths, all in all. Uh-oh, Koa just a bit caught out here. He's going to flash afterwards, but the taunt from the Galio will pick it up. Yeah, Boston Tea Party just not doing a really good job of covering their laners with vision. It's a bit surprising. Usually Jake has that lockdown, but they've been caught out quite a few times. I don't know if that's just them overextending. Ooh, Ape going to be jumping in onto Moon here. Still has the ultimate, going to finally use it, and this is probably going to be Galio dying. He can't really get away because he has the flash, unless he wanted to try and use the ultimate to just get away, but I think Lulu was saving Polymorph for it. So both mid laners just going to die in the end. Yeah, I think this is the part of the game where the jungler just starts giving all the resources to the AD carry. He definitely needs to start building into LDR, though. If he's able to get LDR onto the Sivir here, it's going to be a rough time for the tanks. And like I said, I would love to see a Void Staff pick up here for the Veigar. I really would rather not see Crit Bloom, even though the utility it brings. I think he needs to do damage. Because the Sivir is still far behind, so you are a lot of your team's damage. Doing a good job. They're going to pick up the mid-tier 2 as well as the bot tier 1, so starting to take some of those outer towers. Okay, Isao opting to go for the 27-minute Heartsteel, which he's going to instantly upgrade into the Leviathan. Wow, brother's been watching too much macro. He always sees them preaching the Heartsteel, doesn't realize it's probably not the best to be going at 27 minutes. Bonk, there's one stack. It says more of a Spanish accent because I was copying Leviathan, which is the Brazilian. It would be the Latin American Valorant org. They are setting up a trap play, but they do get spotted on the ward here. They will see them jumping into the brush here. Out. Yeah, my bad, my bad. Alright, let's see. We got Dragon spawning in a minute and a half, so gonna slowly try and farm. So Koa actually opting to go for the Crypt Bloom instead. Needs to try and get to that. I think it's 8th. God, how much? I think it's a 850 combination. So he is, I think, a little bit off of it. It's either 850 or 650, I think. You say Leviathan in a Valorant accent? Fuck, what's a... I literally just saw a YouTube video, like, or TikTok about the Valorant accent the other day. Ape ulted Raptors? Wait, what? Did he? Oh, wow, he did. Thankfully, it's like 5 seconds after the dragon spawn, so he'll still have it up at least. Let's see, so if he sells the D-Ring, okay, so Vigar was able to at least get to Crypt Bloom here, so he is on, this is game 1 still. Is that Homeless Zeri build? Yeah. Jake, don't do it. Jake, don't do it. Ape, don't do it. Still has the ultimate. Yeah, you guys don't have that much damage. Good TP by Sal. Going to use the ultimate. Going to find the knockup onto the Nautilus here. So they're going to try and turn their sights onto him. Try and burst him down. Ultimate going to be used by the Galio. They just didn't have enough damage. Zeri going to use the ultimate and it's completely unleashed. Vigar or Camille jumping in onto the back line, but they are kind of hitting for free. Don't have enough damage though just yet because they weren't able to find the LDR in time. Zeri is still free firing. Flash going to be used by Moon here to extend the Zeri, but the Primordium Burst, I believe, is the ultimate called. Going to be used by the Vigar here and going to be able to secure the kill. So it's going to be a 3-for-2 trade. Top laner and 80 carry. Bot lane of Boston Tea Party. Are they able to do anything here? They do have quite a lot of damage, but Moon's going to flash forward. They do find at least 1 kill under Kindling. They're trying to buy time, but Kuzan can't really get close enough. Polymorph going to be used just in time. And the knockup. Now, this is why you are afraid of Jake's Lulu. Going to be a triple kill and probably Dragon, but they do have to be careful, though, because the Camille does have TP. They are going to start it because they do have the TP on Koa here, so aren't afraid of it, but I don't think Guangdong Tigers is going to fight it. They're like, all right, yeah, we lost that fight, but we can fight for the 3rd dragon. But this does delay the game and allow the Sivir and the Vigar to scale up, so it's looking pretty bad for Guangdong Tigers here. I believe the Sivir should now be on LDR, so yeah, we are on a 3-item spike. Sivir, who does, even though she is down an item on the Zeri's build isn't even that good. Like, the crit build for the Sivir does just scale better. Okay, but the real question, does Jordan have Gathering Storm? He doesn't. He's a heathen. Does Zeri went for more survivability. Okay. Vigar is currently sitting at 350 stacks and 1100 AP. Ultimate going to be used by Len here, and this is the issue with just having your Vigar in the side lane. The Camille has gotten to the point where she can just one-shot him. But they do have the follow-up here. The Ornn going to find a quick follow-up engage. Going to get a nice 3-man knockup. They have to be careful here because Sivir is finally in this fight, but your Zeri is a little bit ways out. She is just kind of free-firing. Ultimate going to be used by the Galio here to follow up. Kinderling does find enough time to live, and Jordan ends up dying. Ooh, great flash by Isao. Gonna find the kill onto the Nautilus here. And will Jake be able to live? He is gonna at least waste some time. That's all he's doing. He's just being annoying. He's just doing Lulu things. Vigar has Gathering Storm, does he? He does. TP going to be used in by Koa. He does have his eyes set onto Zeri here with the ultimate. What is he called? Primordial Burst, not Strike. Ooh, TP going to be used in by the Camille here. They are pinging in onto Koa. Going to force out his flash. And a lot just going on here. I really hate that he doesn't have Gathering Storm now. Even more. You draft Vigar, Zac, Ornn, Sivert. You're playing for late game, so why don't you go late game runes? And he has coup de grace. Somewhat. Bailiff, whack him. Why does he have coup de grace? You're into 3 tanks. Well, 2 tanks and 2 bruisers. 2 tanks, 1 fighter, and 1 bruiser. Don't think they really want this. The Vigar is doing a really good job to disengage it. Zeri going to pop the ultimate. Ornn ult going to be used in return here. Going to find a nice 2-man knockup onto the Zeri. Or the Zeri and the Camille. Camille going to be going in onto the... I don't know what the fuck is going on. The Galio's going to use the ultimate to follow up the ultimate. Huge Crypt Bloom healing. Zeri is trying to do some damage, but unfortunately just doesn't have enough. That is a very tanky Ornn. Koa? 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 Huh? What? Abe gonna be jumping in here. Guys, Zeri's still alive. What? Hello? What? What? Huh? ¿Qué? Quoi? Spam ping in the Ornn TP. They do have dragons spawning in 50 seconds, so everyone will be up for it, but they are going to be down to Baron. Kinderling, brother, you might want to be careful. Baron does do a lot of damage now. We may have a rare instance of Mike being right. Unfortunately, true. But he's not allowed to speak. Because I got paid $10. Ooh, he's out. I want to be careful. We could look for something. Bonk, free. Free heart steal. Alright, he's already at 400. That's why he bought it. Ooh, Camille going in onto the backline. Going to find the Sivert, but going to end up jumping onto Koa here. They're going to try and drop him down. Ultimate going to be used, but the shield from the Stack's going to eat it. Jumping back in onto Koa. They're trying to get him. They end up getting him down. Nobody is targeting Zaire. They are just going to probably end up dropping here. The Sivert is going to be shielded by the Lulu. Is getting kited. But Camille will be able to find the kill in time onto the Sivert. And a quick 4-for-2 trade. Soul probably going to be going over to Guangdong Tigers. And they are going to potentially look for an end here. They do have the bot wave. They did not push it out. With the Baroned up minions and 15 seconds on the mid laner, this might just be GG. Lulu's going to try and do as much as she can. She has to put her life on the line. Should just be trying to should have flashed in, ulted, and polymorph Zaire, but unfortunately it's going to be it for Guangdong Tigers. Going to be pulling away with a 21-24 victory over the Boston Tea Party. All right, saw the graph real quick. Stats team. Yeah, really interesting Fiesta. Rather slow early game, but Guangdong Tigers doing a really good job just fighting back, finding really good engages when the Boston Tea Party weren't set up properly around objectives, found them caught out, and was able to end the game off that final push. So, really interesting game. A lot better than how it went for the first 15 minutes where it was really slow. Slow game, but ended up turning into a slugfest, and I like it. I mean, also just they never front to back properly. Boston, they were BTP were always just like never really together as five. They were always like three or four. I mean, that's just something I'm saying you could try and do. It's a very last hopes. I'm not saying like your flash up. Just saying, just walk towards the Zeri and use your polymorph and ultimate to just try and buy time, rather than polymorph the Galio. And I'm just saying, it's a last hope. It's a 1 in a million shot that you buy enough time for your team to spawn. Like, it's just casting, brother. All right, and we're gonna be jumping into game two here. So, gonna be swapping sides. Like I said, it's fearless draft. So you already know. Most of you already know the rules. If anyone's new here, we are doing fearless draft. So the 5 champions that the teams just played are no longer allowed to play those champs. So we're doing a soft version of fearless draft instead of the hardcore version, which is actually I believe the LPL is actually going to be start doing soft fearless draft. So it's gonna be interesting to watch him pro play. I don't think it's gonna change much, just because like I think if one team just plays Lucian Nami against like Aphelios Lulu one game, and then the very next game we could just watch Aphelios Lulu on the other side versus Lucian Nami. All right, gonna be jumping into the second game. We got the Asol, Janna, Vi banned away, as well as once again the Smolder, the Skarner, and the Belveth banned out for BTP. Lucian gonna be picked up here, so Lucian is able to be flexed into the mid and bot lane. I doubt Moon will take it mid lane though into Koa, but it is still a viable option. Picking Rakan, that is rough. Blinding Rakan when the Lucian's up just allows a free Melio. I really don't like that Rakan just B1. Just because you kind of know either Nami or Melio is going to be coming in, so going the Rakan just kind of allows a free Melio if they want to go for it, but instead it looks like they are going to opt to go for the Nami potentially instead. Yeah, I don't think it's going to change much. Just because it'll be like, okay, I'm going to play Azir and you're going to play Ori game 1. Okay, next game you're just going to play Ori and I'm going to play Azir. Like, it doesn't really do much. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have Melio. I get that you don't like playing it and you're probably more comfortable on Nami. It feels like it's a better Melio game than just because of the Rakan. But, Rakan still does have a rough time into the Nami just because she can bubble his engage. God damn, bro. You people are needy. There's your Gamba. How should we throw up Gamba and only 6 people even use it? Bet all on blue, red team washed. I won't say anything. Second ban phase, Morgana Fiora gonna be banned away from Guangdong Tigers, as well as the Kassadin and the Vex. So probably gonna grab top lane here. I doubt they'll save last pick. Malfito is up-o. Isao, brother, learn the ways of Malphite. Alright, Lucian hates Malphite. Just don't ask why a Lucian would ever build Collector into Malphite. Hui going to be picked up here for Koa in the mid lane, so just going to put him on something that could be a bit of a lane bully with the Galio already banned away. What other tank is Moon going to grab unless he wants to just take that Zac? Where is Lichbane Lilia? Dun, 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 dun. Never ask why my diamond player? Who's the diamond player that lost to a gold Malphite? Because if you're talking about that game that you built Collector into Malphite, I was playing mid lane, brother. I was playing Syndra that game. Alright. So, it wasn't even me. Are you going to be picked up here for Moon in the mid lane? Rough matchup. It's decent, like, mid game just because you can easily gank the Hui, but not a fun time in laning phase for the Ahri. Malphite Cho being hovered here. Cho'Gath gonna be into Volibear, presumably. If it's Zac top lane, that's a really good Cho'Gath pick, but I don't think it's gonna be fun into the Volibear. Alright, we got the final bit of the draft here. We got Rakan, Cho'Gath, Viego, Ashe, Hui. So really good pick potential with the Rakan, Ashe, and the Hui. And the Viego, but looks like we're actually gonna be having Len go mid lane on the Ahri into Moon. Or is that gonna be Ahri top lane? I don't know. This is weird. Lucian top lane? True. Lucian top is a very staple counter into the Cho'Gath. I guess that's where we're going for. It's going to be interesting to see where they go, though. If Ahri just wants to go top lane, or if Zac wants to go top lane. Zac's not going to have a fun time into Hui if they do. Just because the EQ will always interrupt Zac's engage. Alright, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will be back. my mic was muted. That's fun. We'll be jumping finally straight into this game. Let's see. Where does the real question is? Len going top or is he going mid? Swice put 54k on us. Can we FF? Swice, you might be down some points. Yeah, you guys gotta... I'll give you guys like 10 more seconds. 15 more seconds to place any bets that you want to on the boat or on the prediction. Chat is not turned off. Alright, ending submissions. Alright, so looks like we are going to be having the Ahri actually going to the mid lane here. We're not going to be seeing some fancy stuff top lane. Ooh. Rough mechanics there. Didn't get the W, unfortunately, onto anybody. Let's see. What is Isao going to be going? Hopefully he does Emax. Just how much damage it gives. Rough time for Moon here in the top lane. Don't want to be matching a Cho'Gath here early. He does a lot of damage, especially with you not having D-Shield. Why are the players... because they can. Got some good trading here in the top lane. Both pots going to be popped for the Cho'Gath. Moon might be getting his passive popped here early, but I mean, Isao just might be dead. He's going to be forced to flash away and will not die out to the minions. So rough trading for Isao here in the top lane, not respecting Zach's level 3, or not even level 3. I think he was only level 2. It's not respecting Zach's early game damage. Yeah, this is a matchup where you just kind of got to scale, and he is building armor. He is grabbing a cloth armor for a champion that does magic damage. We're off to a great start, everyone. This is a great time for Moon to actually trade back into Isao. Isao already has his TP burnt, so it doesn't really matter. And even if he gets the passive, like, the Cho'Gath won't have enough damage to kill Zach through passive. Isao, brother, you just got back to lane, and if Moon has flash auto W, you're dead. Probably just going to dive him here, get his passive pop, just TP back. It's free as hell. Please dive him, Moon. Just dive him. Q to him. Drag him to the minion. EW. Flash out. You live. Aye. They were saying, I hope chat is turned off because they were conspiring to throw this game to fuck Swice's odds for the Gamba. Ooh, passive going to be pop, but like I said, does he have the damage? One of the blobs does end up taking a turret shot, so I think he will have enough damage. Oh, going to hit the level 5 right as soon as he respawns. Going to flash out, and no, Isao going to be able to secure first blood. Just barely, living on 9 HP. Yeah, I hate the, I don't understand the armor. Just go HP. I guess he just didn't have enough for anything, but at that point, just low-key, we're yappers. All right, that cloth armor saved him because I think Zach autoed him like 5 times. That's like, he lost like 30 damage because of that cloth armor. Top diff? True. One got solo killed, the other didn't. Bro's just going at Nugget. Yo, Nugget, you drop one more gifted sub, it'll be another 30-minute. You got a lot of pressure down here in the bot lane. Going to be jumping onto Jordan here. Going to be triple flashed on. Jesus Christ. Timeout until Monday. What's Monday? That's Sure, why not? You can get 5 subs. I'll throw him a quick 36-hour ban. $10. Give 10, and I'll drop a quick 36-hour ban. Mike. You're just being annoying. No, you're just being annoying as shit. Quick trading for the Cho'Gath here, and this is what I was talking about. The Cho'Gath is kind of bullying the Zac here. Get past the early game, and it's not a fun time. Sao going to be jumped in on here. Ultimate going to be popped by Moon, and going to clear out the wave, and this might be a dead Cho'Gath. Moon probably just going to save up for E. Has it in 3 seconds. 2, 1... Ooh, nice knock-up. The slow going to be coming out, and yeah, going to be able to dodge that gank at least. Stop being so soft. Stop being fucking annoying as shit. Like, how is that hard? Just watch the damn game and stop fucking yapping so much. Like, why is that so hard to do? The Rec League always stands for AD carry oppression. You're goddamn right, brother. Any day AD carry gets 4 flashes used to their death is a good day. No, it's not a garbage roll. It's still the most broken roll in the game. Kappa Pringles in a penis pack. Okay, man. Cho'Gath not even going to get the Demolish proc. We'll still be able to get the tower plate in the top lane. A lot of posturing here towards the bot lane. Ape kind of just vibing there for funsies. The English clashes. This is what we get for teaching the Germans English. We got a quick gank here in the bot lane. Both junglers looking for something. The Heartbreaker going to be used to get out from the Volley Bear here. Smite going to be used. Koa is finally down here in the bot lane, and oh dear lord. Koa just kind of going wide with that ultimate. Kind of expected them to go a bit further. Jordan, you might want to be careful, brother. You are an AD carry, and that is a Volley Bear. Kinderling going to pick up the kill onto the Ashe here, who's probably going to die. At least it will be a 1 return kill for the BTP, but their AD carry is not having a very fun time, unfortunately. I met Mike at Yapacaddy Preschool, also known as YAP. They taught us many strategies there, like Yap, Dap-a-Doo, dance. All they gave us for lunch were burgers. We were practically dead on the scene. I'll let chat decide if that's an L or a W. Oh god, not the fucking copy pasta. Respect W. You know what? They're saying respect W, so I'll give it. I haven't even been watching this game, bro. I've just been staring at chat the whole game. When did Moon die a second time? No idea. We can go back and watch it. We got a quick fight here in the bot lane. Ashe is going to use the Enchanted Crystal Arrow to find it onto the Volibear. Len is going to use the TP to come in for this fight, so we are going to see a potential quick dragon fight here. Bunyan Bandit going to be going in, going to find a nice two-man knock-up and charm, just buying some time for this team to be able to secure the dragon. Culling going to be used by Lucian here to try and disengage. Len going to be going in, not going to have enough damage, but Moon going to be coming in down here with the TP, going to find a nice two-man knock-up, and that's going to be 4 deaths going over to the Boston Tea Party. Kind of a top diff, not going to lie. One used their TP to go back to lane, the other one went for their team. Alright, let's see. If you're BTP, how do you get back into this game? Well, Viego just needs to be more proactive, I guess. And he's doing so. He's going to end up grabbing potentially up to 6 Void Grubs here. With the support here from the BTP, they are just going to look to grab it. Why are they disengaging? Guys, what? Whoa, that is okay. That is way too passive. Okay, they got scared way too easily off those Void Grubs. Also, yeah, how did I guess Cho'Gath just got another solo kill. We can go back and rewatch that. Let's see what happened, because I know you're talking about what happened. So it looks like Moon tried to go for a quick trade. Isao gets very low. I hate directed camera. Looks like he's going to miss his E engage. Isao's going to find a nice knock-up, and that's going to be a solo kill. So yeah, that's how Moon ended up dying the second time. Got the plate worth? True. Who's better at top lane, Moon or Paradox? Okay, brother. Why am I even getting one manned or one guide? Len gonna be coming in here with the ultimate. Gonna find a quick kill onto Koa. Unfortunately, just overextending a bit. Already has that Malignant, so has a lot more combat power. Jordan just getting abused. Great engage. Gonna be using the gonna try and use the Rakan ultimate to disengage, but unfortunately, this Volibear is just. This Volibear is kind of abusing this bot lane, and the Viego is nowhere to be seen, unfortunately. It's also one of the issues of the rushing. Isao going to get a free grass proc. One of the issues with rushing Hollow Radiance is that he can't get the drag back with the Q. What the fuck am I doing? Hold up. Why was that on? Why was that on the Cho'Gath? Len's ultimate gonna be popped here. Gonna use the ultimate to dodge the Heartbreaker. Don't know if they have enough. Gonna flash forward. We'll be able to at least get the W onto him, and we'll be able to find the connection. We'll be able to get the kill. Got some trading here on the top side. Moon doesn't have the ultimate, so does have to be careful here. Isao going for some more trading. Gonna use the E. Gonna use the Monch preemptively to just try and get him to his passive. I don't know if he'll have enough damage, just because he doesn't have the cooldowns. But unfortunately, Jake is here, so gonna be able to secure that kill. But will it be enough, though? That's a 2-item Lucian to a Noon Quiver Recur Bow Ash. That is not fun. Yeah, Cho'Gath just kind of counters Zac. He just has too much CC and follow-up damage with the Emax. Bonk. So at least top lane. Top lane is not the issue this game. Oh, it doesn't get the heart steal. Does still though in the end. Bonk. Ash, bad champ. No, it's just Volibear's a broken jungler when he's just allowed to tower dive people on repeat. So many pings. Looks like they are going to be using the TP to catch out Koa here. Koa with the very questionable ultimate. Yeah, that's going to be a dead. That's going to be a dead Hui. Tilt ult? Yeah. I kind of think he wish he didn't wake up now. Wish he just went and stayed back in bed. Gonna find the quick knock-up and the ultimate on to Zair here. Gonna engage. Will they find enough? Flash gonna be used over the wall by Kinderling. Heartbreaker gonna be used by a really good flash onto 2 of them. Gonna find the drag back is Moon. Len gonna be jumping onto Jordan here in the back line. And yeah, rough time. Len trying to finish off Jake here. We'll be able to finally get enough damage. Isao gonna flash forward there. I'm gonna get the quick Monch onto the Nami. Probably worth, brother. Get that free Heartsteel stack. Oh. Was it really worth it? Yes, it was. Show it to him. True, it is. It is not Isao's fault that they are losing this game. Flash going to be used. Ooh, really good EE by Koa there to disrupt the Zac engage. Will be a shutdown going over to Hui, so not the worst. Okay, it's Hui. If Hui can get 2 items and Cho'Gath gets big enough that he can just start being a tank, it's something. Okay, it could be a lot worse. And they do have Mountain Dragon spawn, so if a Cho'Gath is able to get 2-3 Mountain Dragons, rough time. Be seeing some setup here around the top Rift Herald. Gonna be despawning here in a minute, so they're probably gonna try and grab this so they can look to siege the tier 2 mid lane and free up the map. So we'll be able to grab this Rift Herald. Where would they want to? Probably want to drop it mid. Bring that up, just freeze open the map. Make caster drink. I do not have anything on me, but I will take a swig of water. Koa, Moon going to be jumping in onto Koa here. He's going to use the bouncing time to try and buy some time, but not going to find anything. Good ultimate by the Ashe here to buy time for the Ahri. Going to catch her out. Not going to be able to get the silence off in time, so we'll probably just use the ultimate to get away. Does have the reactivation of the Heartbreaker here. Ooh, really good job. Really good fight by Boston Tea Party. Going to find the top laner and the mid laner caught out. And that's going to buy some time for Boston Tea Party, which is exactly what they need right now. Yeah, having a good game. He might be the only reason that they're still even in this game. He's 5-1. He's a very beefy boy. Already on 2 items, so can definitely be a nuisance. Definitely needs to start building into like a Jack show though. He needs to get some resistances to back up the HP that he's stacking. Got Mountain Dragons starting up here in a minute. So they're going to start to move into the enemy jungle. Is the Guangdong Tigers going to try and take out some vision. No sweeper though, so they don't realize that they are being spotted on vision. And they really don't. Koa. Oh no. Koa just caught out here. Unfortunately, they don't have enough vision for Moon. He's going to jump in onto him. Ultimate going to be used by Len, but don't expect much out of that. But it will be up for the next dragon because Ahri ultimate is not a balanced cooldown. 49 seconds. Champion is nigh ungankable. Zare doesn't have E, so they could potentially look for something here. They don't realize Isao potentially looking for something. Has to go for a knockup. Jake going to be going in. Going to find a nice 2-man knockup with the charm. They are jumping in onto him. He's going to get bubbled. Abe will get bubbled by the Nami here. Moon's going to be coming in for the TP. Trying to get the kill onto Jake here, but they will not find it. Moon just trying to buy some time. Isao turning his sights onto Lucian. He's going to be forced to disengage. And this Cho'Gath is becoming a problem. Slowly just buying some time for his team to get away. Doesn't want to go too deep, though. Just secure the dragon, brother. Isao. Don't get hyphy. Okay. Did a really good job. Surprisingly, with that team fight and all those cooldowns used, nobody's going to drop. And that will be second dragon picked up here for Boston Tea Party. Moon going to be jumping in. Passive going to be popped. Len going to be coming in over the wall here with the ultimate. Going to get feared, knocked up by the Rakan and the Hui. The Cho'Gath will get finally DPS down, but it's going to be a 2-for-1. Don't expect anything out of that. Just, yeah, that's a worth trade. No idea. Just trying to buy some time. Culling going to be used by Lucian here to try and kill the Hui, but with the Seraphs and the WW shield, won't find anything. Zven is still in the Alistar play. Yeah, Len just got CC'd to death. He got hit by one Rakan knockup and then a Hui EQ. QSS purchased for the Lucian here. That does not feel good. Having to buy a QSS, delaying your LDR spike. This Cho'Gath, I don't see him dying anytime soon. Don't talk shit about QSS. I'm going to talk shit about the QSS because you're just doing no damage now. He's on 1,600 gold, so he's at least halfway to the LDR. Rift Herald going to be summoned by Zare. He's going to try and just drive it around the map for funsies. Let's get a quick 180 on Zare's driving skills. Okay. Just just taking a leisurely stroll through the jungle. Nice time, you know. He's gonna crash it towards the bot turret, but with Moon already picking this up, I feel like this is just a wasted Rift Herald. Free stack for Isao if he wants it. Doesn't want to take it though. Still a better driver than Mars? True. I don't think that's a very hard feat. Jake is over the wall. Going to potentially look for an engage here, but not going to look for anything. Wave going to be deleted by the Hui. He's at the point of the game where he could just QE a wave and it goes bye-bye. All right, let's do a little check of the gold graph. Top lane, Cho'Gath, despite being, a pretty big part of this game, is actually down 300 gold. Volibear up 1500, mid up 500, bot lane up 4k, or what is that? No, it's not 4k, it's almost 3k. Yeah, it's a 5k gold lead for the Guangdong Tigers here, so they're still very much in the driver's seat, but they are struggling a little bit, especially in these team fights. They are just a little bit disjointed. Alright, looks like we got another dragon fight going to be set up here. Already moving into the bot side. You're going to be setting up some vision. Isao does have to be careful, but the rest of your team is not there yet. Whoa, Zare going to be using the E forward. His ultimate going to be burnt. Kuzan going to end up taking the brunt force of it. Zac is jumping into the backline here. He's going to find it onto Koa here. Isao going to be forced to flash over the wall. They finally get the Zac down here. Going to get the repossession with the Lucian here. He's going to flash forward, jumping in onto Zare. Ape going a bit too hyphy, brother. You're not like a 4-0. You're not like you're an 8-0 Viega or something. You're just going to one-shot Lucian. Just a bit too far deep. It's going to be a one-for-one trade, but the dragon will be secured with the jungler dead. True. I didn't factor in the style factor. True. Imagine how broken Collector would be an item if it still had the execute, but it had pen instead of lethality. Looks like we're going to be starting to look to set up towards the Baron here. Moon just hiding in the shadows. Trying to potentially catch out Koa here. He is going to look for the flank. They are starting up the Baron. Oh, but they finally spot out the Zac here, so they know exactly where he's at. Charm going to connect onto the Cho'Gath here. So has to be careful. He is going quite deep. Moon is going to get CC, but not enough. Knocked up is going to be Jake, so his engage will not find onto anybody. Len is going to be forced out here on the backside. Zach's passive will be popped here. Isao just going to be able to live, and they are going to be able to get the possession onto the Ari here at least. Nice charm by Ape here onto the Nami. But with Koa and Isao so low, they have to be very careful. Now this would be a time for a Heartbreaker flash onto someone. Yeah, the Huey is starting to do some good damage. It is on 3.5 items. Some very close team fights between both these teams in these games. Just kind of back and forth jabs at each other. One thing I hate though is that they did grab 6 Void Grubs and only 1 turret is down for Boston Tea Party. So it feels bad to put all that priority on grabbing Void Grubs early and you haven't been able to use them once. So I was a bit perplexed as to why Viego kind of just left his bot lane on an island this game. Didn't really do much to cover the dives. Yeah, Triforce Ash. If he's able to get at least a Bork, he will start shredding the Zac and the Volley Bear. She's what's pickaxe? Plus combination, I think 600. Yeah, now he's like, no, it's 1300 after pickaxe, so it's like 475. He's about 1,000 gold off of it, so. El Co-caster, for real, for real. True. I don't even know why I'm in the casting booth. El Co-caster. Alright, got another posturing around the dragon fight. Ape just have to be careful though because Len is over the walk, so could look for something. Moon gonna find a nice 2-man engage onto the backline. Jordan and Koa are just dead. Koa's gonna try and follow up with the ultimate here. Len does have to be careful though. He's going quite deep. He's Sal just trying to kill. Just man, Ape or Moon is just constantly finding out the backline. Yeah, that's some very balanced tank damage. Just, I don't know. Boston Tea Party never really feels like they're set up around objectives properly. They don't have proper vision beforehand, so the Zac is always just able to find these good flanks. I do have Baron up, so they are going to potentially look to start this up here. Do they even realize that they're on it, is the real question. They are asking for some vision here, but nobody's set up. Blue Trinket going to be used on literally just not the Baron Pit. Ape going to use the Heartbreaker, and Kuzan will be able to secure it. Fortunately, not close enough. Spooky. True. But this isn't spooky action. He's a top lane now. Got a lot of pings towards the Hui with the gonna be flashing in onto him here. Great disengage by Jake here. He's gonna use the ultimate to try and buy some time. Len just getting DPS down here. The heal gonna be coming out. Isao trying to get the kill. Needs to get a little bit closer. Movement speed gonna be given over to him with the W. Moon just getting chased down by Jordan. Is going to be joining him into the team fight, and somehow Moon will be able to escape there with his life. $3K damage isn't bad. I was wondering if that or Leandry's would have done more by now. Ash is cosplaying a Tsukmiyama? True. Yeah, still isn't at Bork. I feel like we've been watching him build towards Bork components for about 10 minutes now. Koa gonna finally get his revenge onto Moon here. He's gonna get some quick poke damage. Oop, Ash ultimate gonna be used, and brother, where is that going? Alright, that shit just broke my window. I am sending Jordan a repair cost. This might as well just be bow build, except he already has his items completed. Uh-oh, Jordan might potentially be caught out here. Jesus Christ, that fucking damage! What the hell is Lucian Nami, man? W auto 1300 damage. They are turning their sights onto Koa here, but not going to go for anything. They're going to be dashing forward. Jake trying to look for an engage here, but has to just kind of go in and peel off the Zac from his backline. Jordan, I think, just watched him free fire on that Zac for about 3 seconds and didn't do any damage. Jordan going to fall, Isao going to fall, and that might be all she wrote. GA going to be pop for Ape here. And that might be it. Len trying to find enough damage onto Jake here, but won't find enough. That's probably going to be it. 28-17 for the Boston Tea Party. Or not Boston Tea Party, the Guangdong Tigers. I'm going to be jumping in onto the Rakan. Just a lot of meat bag just hitting each other. And that's finally going to be it. 28-17 for the Guangdong Tigers. Alright. I think MVP is going to be going over to Zaire this game. Had some really good engages. Had a really good game one. I would give honorable MVP, though, to Moon, though. Really good engages there. Had a lot of good pickouts in those dragon fights with the Zac, finding a great engage onto the back line of Boston Tea Party. But I think Lucian just did most this game, and I think game one he did a really good job as well on the Zeri. So let's see. Let's go over to casting booth. Jump back in for this quick interview. I know. I was hopping in a call.
Yo.
Hello. Let's make sure your audio is fine. Nothing much. How you feeling after that game? Gonna be finally getting your payback for the preseason series. How you
I mean,
feeling now that you're no longer drunk?
I'm getting drunk in like a little bit, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. But I mean, there's still like the same issues with like what we're doing. So like, I'm not the most happy, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that game one. I think there was like one super bad misplay, which caused like a pretty bad gold swing, and then game two, I think, we just did some random ass shit. But
Yeah, game
yeah,
one
I
definitely
mean,
felt like
2-0.
a flip-floppy type of game. You guys were in the driver's seat for most of the game, but then
Mhm.
just two really bad fights. You guys got lost, I think, 7 people, and then you guys lost Baron. So
Yeah,
it was a
it was like
huge gold swing for Boston Tea Party.
yeah, it was like 4-0, and then we just ran them one by one at the Baron. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, luckily, press R comp is OP, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. What were like the vibes going into that game too? Like you said, you weren't too happy with the game one. Is there
Um,
anything you really said to your team to just try and make it easier going into that game too?
no, I think just bot lane side, we prefer blue side. And then I think that like even winning a 40-minute game, right? You just have momentum
Mhm.
going into game two. They're gonna be tilted, you're gonna be relieved that you won. So, I mean, it's just you already have so many advantages going into game two after winning a game like that. You don't really need to hype people up too bad or
Yeah.
too much.
Let's see. You guys, this is your second series, correct?
Yeah.
Do you guys know who you're playing next?
We have a triple header next week.
Oof, Jesus.
Yeah. If Freshy J is in chat, if we could move one of them, that would be nice. But we are facing.
Yeah, it's one thing I'm questioning with the bracket is that there's some teams going into MST who are only going to be playing 4 series, and some teams that will be playing 5. So
Yeah.
it's going to be really awkward for positioning because like if you're one team's 8-0, the other team's 10-0. Technically, they're both undefeated, but since the other team's played one more series that they've been scheduled for, it's
I think we should just take first four.
yeah. I think I just
Yeah.
try and
Okay.
change that up.
Um.
Um,
I mean,
yeah.
I have the things now. Okay, so we're facing Swice's team, your team, and Shmooley team. So that's one guaranteed 2-0, but
I like the confidence.
I mean, it's Shmooley's team, man. Those guys are gonna get dogged on.
I will not say anything. I will just laugh in agreement. Sorry.
Yeah,
Won't say
but
who is guaranteed to. Oh, true. Will not say anything about that. But yeah. Just gonna wrap this up so you guys can go get started with Ganks and Graves. But who are you giving
yeah.
MVP to on the enemy team after those 2 games?
I think game one was definitely Koa, and then I think game two. I saw he was just sprinting at me the entire game, but I think Jake game two.
Okay.
He played a lot. He played pretty well. Like if you
Yeah.
saw how he was playing fights, he was
Mhm.
pretty much only playing to
He
keep
was.
me out.
Yeah, he was doing a really good job. Just using his ult and W to
Mhm.
prevent you from following up on your your front lines diving onto the Hui and the Ash.
Yeah. So I guess Koa game one, Jake game two would
Okay,
be my take.
that's respectable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be all from me tonight. At least, if you guys stick around, we will have Ganks and Grapes starting up here, but also we will have a quadra header tomorrow. We have 4 back-to-back-to-back-to-back games, so stick with us tomorrow, starting at 5 o'clock EST for those games. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. That'll be all from me, and the Gangs and Grapes crew will be starting this up in about 2-3 minutes, presumably.
No. We're gonna start at 10 p.m. EST, so I have time to open up my wine, change, eat some food. So
Okay, so check
10
us
p.m.
out back
EST.
in 40 minutes. 10